talking about how all of these deep state bureaucrats and rogue judges are trying to prevent President Trump from implementing why he was elected in the first place. I think that's really crucial to remind everyone. We literally just had an election in November, and the American people voted. This is not a democracy, but that's what the left believes, right? Like they say this is a democracy and we all get to go out to the ballot box and we all get to go vote. And this is their idea of what democracy is. And it just worked, actually, until it didn't, because you've got all of these bureaucrats and these judges that are trying to prevent President Trump from doing what we put him in office to do. And just today, it's like every day we have these new rulings that come out that they're trying to block him from making executive decisions, even though he is the highest executive officer in the land. And just today, 3 rulings on immigration that are a direct threat to President Trump's mandate to mass deport all of these millions of illegals that broke the law coming into the country under Joe Biden. One is immigration enforcement in sanctuary cities. A federal judge just blocked the Trump administration from withholding federal funds from sanctuary jurisdictions, sanctuary cities that limit immigration cooperation. So now you're supposed to believe that it's legal for a state to actively go against federal law, and that state somehow is allowed the same amount of taxpayer funds. I mean, this is taxpayer funds. This is your money. This is my money. This is all of our money that we just somehow are forced to throw at whatever state wants to disregard whatever law they want to, and they still are allowed to take as much money from us, but from the feds as before. I mean, like, that's crazy. Like, that is bonkers crazy. And here we are. They are saying that these cities will be rewarded for protecting criminal illegals and actively obstructing ICE. Again, against federal freaking law. And by the way, this isn't the first time that judges have stopped Trump from going after sanctuary cities. In 2018, there was a 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals that was divided that agreed with the lower court that the order exceeded President Trump's authority when it came to sanctuary city funds. And then you have election integrity. So just earlier today, another federal judge struck down, this one is, have you guys heard this? They struck down Trump's effort to require proof of citizenship to vote. Now they're saying the president doesn't get to say that you have to provide proof of citizenship to vote in this country. This is so, like, you couldn't even make it up if you tried. You could not even make up the absurdity of it all, that somehow we are supposed to believe that the president doesn't get to say, hey, guys, it's a rule that you can't vote in these elections unless you're a citizen. We should make sure you're a citizen before you are allowed to vote because it's what's in the law. And they're like, no, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. So apparently this district judge, Colleen kollar-kotelly, your name sucks. It's stupid.
Stupid name.
Stupid. I hate your name. It's dumb. She sided with voting rights groups and Democrats to grant a preliminary injunction to stop the citizenship requirement from moving forward while a lawsuit plays out. So now we have non-citizens. Some might say this was by design. Some might say this was a plan all along when you move 20 million illegals into this country and then you insert judges who will vouch that you don't need ID in order to vote. Some might say this was the plan all along. And then you have, let me give you one more here. A Maryland judge ordered the the Trump administration to bring back a deported Venezuelan national tied to the Tren de Aragua gang. Another one. This one was convicted on cocaine charges, and he had been removed under the Alien Enemies Act. And on January 6, 2025, this was Biden. He was convicted in the 482nd District Court at Harris County. So now we are simping for illegals in the court system. And now here's another one. He was already a criminal when he entered this country. Okay. But on top of that, he was a drug user, just like the guy who was beating his wife. Right. They're already criminals. Just when they set foot in this country, they're already a criminal. But they're like also a criminal in what they do once they get here. And now DHS is supposed to attempt to return him to the United States. I'm like, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. They are simping for criminals and illegals. And you have the fake news media who is going along with it. You've got the New York Times talking about this criminal illegal named Nascimento Blair, who was convicted of first-degree kidnapping and sentenced to 15 years. And here's the headline, 21 years later, deported back to a home he barely knew. Oh, gosh. The tears, the horror. He barely knew it because he was here illegally and committing crimes. And he somehow evaded the law for that long, not because he was just some, Maryland father, right? So, I mean, it's just like, how do you overcome this, especially when Congress doesn't seem to want to do much of anything? Well, there are certain members of Congress. My congressman, Representative Brandon Gill, is at least trying. He has introduced a resolution to impeach one of these judges, along with some of the other representatives that have also introduced resolution to impeach some of these judges. But Mike Johnson doesn't want to seem to do anything about it.
Yeah.
And so, like, what do you do? I mean, they're like, you can't fire federal employees to rid the redundancy and the bloat and the corruption and the fraud. You can't withhold taxpayer money from foreign nations. You can't cancel contracts. You can't deport people. You can't require proof of ID. I mean, like, you literally, could you? Okay, both of you are in filmmaking business. Could you write a script like could you even come up with this if you tried? If you were thinking of what is something that would never happen, that would be the entirety of the deep state going against a president, you couldn't even come up with this if you tried.
The sinister nature. Sorry, I think you want.
No, go ahead.
No, go first. Are you sure?
Go ahead.
The sinister nature of this and the derelict judges. For the last 2 days, I'm going through this because the Supreme Court is not chalking up good notches in their belt. They are going against this president as well.
Yeah.
7-2 ruling. This is the plan. Slow him down at all cost. Tie him up in the court. Take his resources in the court. Now, you just said it. This is with a Mike Johnson at the helm. There is a chance that Hakeem Jeffries takes the Speaker of the House position in the midterm. If that happens, it won't be lower court judges trying to prevent him from being commander-in-chief. They will impeach him. Tie him up in the courts. It's a ruling. It's slow-down tactics. It is a nuisance. It's the pebble in the shoe. Here's what I am absolutely fed up with. What has to happen today, immediately, is all of those in the Senate who are truly conservative, all of those in the House that are truly conservative at federal and state levels, go to the cameras and share the truth with the American people. Lay it out for them in layman's terms. This is unconstitutional. They're blocking the president. You want a Mike Johnson to go on camera, put his own skin on the line and go, they are blocking the president. This is unconstitutional. He's the commander-in-chief. Fill the airwaves with the truth, but they're not. They're not, because they don't want to be hitched to it. That is what has to happen, because the lies now is people are like, well, the judges are ruling against Trump. Is Trump right? Is he not right? He is right.
He is right.
He can deport them. He can let them go. He can dry up funding. He has the right to do it. Do you know why they're doing this? Because they have had a president who couldn't run a lemonade stand, and they never want a president to ever run this country again. They run it from the cabal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. No, you're seeing it now.
I know.
No, you're entirely right. And I mean, if anyone wants to see on a lower level, just go and have a look at the Texas legislature.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, it is. That's what you're looking at on a national level if we don't sort it out. And again, please don't give me this BS. Don't California my Texas, right? Because how many times do we have to say, please subscribe and give it a gentle tapping, right?
We do appreciate a gentle tapping from time to time.
Okay.
Not a smashing.
Go. Jaco, my goodness me.
You said that before.
My goodness me, sir. I'm all shook up about that. People don't understand this. And I want to lay it out again. Obviously, this isn't relevant to the regular Blaze watchers and the watchers of this show, the viewers of this show, but it's to other people that might just happen across it on YouTube. if you do not give people like the people sitting at this table more viewership, like more clicks, that is clout, right? That is what these cowards in Washington look at. They look and they go, oh, Jaco Booyens, he's coming in. What's he saying? Oh, he's got X amount of followers. I don't have to worry about that, right? Or I do have to worry about that. Tim Pool said something he's in the millions. Oh, well, hang on a minute. Like, I better watch out what. It's very, very important. Now, the reason why I say this is we have to take a holistic approach. Trump has tried to do a holistic approach in taking on the deep state. What do I mean by that? The media. Okay, you saw it. They say something, oh, he was just a poor Maryland man. It's immediately echoed in the deep state, right? Media, the deep state media. Why are we having a problem with the judges? Because the colleges are rotten and they're not teaching them how to interpret the law correctly. They are making them into activists. What's Trump doing? He's hitting Harvard. He needs to hit every one of those Ivy League schools. The Christian schools need to say, we are Christian. If you are going against this, you are gone. We do not want you in our colleges if you do not follow our faith. Like, it is... The rot is so deep and so generational. This is it, guys. Like Jaco, you're saying, this is it. Because the moment Trump goes, which is the first president we've had in years that is like, you know what? They've come after me. They're going to come after my family. This is it. I'm not reliant on them for money. I'm going to take the whole thing on. He could be the greatest president of all time if he was allowed to do what he really wants to do. And this is it.
If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.